army that's gonna jump out.
So let me show you where we lost gang culture at.
Okay.
My generation of niggas got is after us is no more gang culture. We went and learned the gang culture, right? So we understood what an OG supposed to do. We understood putting in work. We understood the terminologies. Niggas went and got the right hand signs, handshakes. The younger generation has nothing but hip hop culture. That's why they look at NBA Youngboy. That's why they look at Lil Durk. That's why now these guys are larger than life. They bigger than the OGs. If we still had gang culture, the OGs would have more influence in the communities. The young niggas would listen more. It would be more disciplined. Niggas would be getting violated. You don't even hear about niggas getting violated no more.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Niggas who shoot babies would get dealt with if we still had gang culture. You see what I'm saying? So it would still be some sort of rules, homie. Grandmama and them out here, homie. When niggas saw you with your mama, you got to pass. It ain't no more of that just because you a op. Nah, homie, we'll catch you later. Yeah.
That's gang culture is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's gang culture.
That's gang culture. We'll catch you later, Pimpin'.
Yeah, homie, you with your kids right now, homie. You don't shoot around the kids. That's gang culture, don't do that. So now it's hip-hop culture, the Wild Wild West, based off the movies. So we done went from video games to movies. We played outside. We lost culture when we started picking up electronics. Now what we see now is kids who just transform from a remote control game to a phone to a gun. So they replacing a controller with a gun, homie. They taking Grand Theft Auto, which is their culture. They're taking Call of Duty, which is their culture. That's why they know about these big guns. So that's their culture. Something totally different than our gang culture. That's why we can't understand it. That's why it's pull up and shoot everybody. Mama and them, kids and them, that's what they did on Grand Theft Auto.
But that's also what they did in the 90s when...
Not with grandmama and them out there. Grandma, normally in the 90s, homie, they got shot by accident, homie. They were just shooting by the house, homie.
I don't know. If we talking about the 90s when...
Homie, I'm telling you, homie, I spent all my time in I grew up in a facility where all the niggas who killed and came in. I grew up, you see what I'm saying? So most niggas didn't go shoot up that, man. It was rules to it somewhat in the 90s. You go always have innocent bystanders. But nah, homie, if most niggas got passes. Nigga catch you with your kids. No. Now, they shooting up children parties. We didn't do that, homie. Now they shooting at the Little League football games. Man, they didn't do that, homie. So, man, we didn't. If a grown woman, man, gang members were somewhat, even in the movies, homie, they gave you, was somewhat respectful. Not anymore. It's a detachment from the old to the young. And what's done happened in the black community, no culture has been passed down to us, homie. No culture gets passed down in our community. We reject what they tried to give us before us. The young niggas is rejecting what we trying to tell us. They ain't got no big homies. So how can that say that's a gang culture?
I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, that there is no real gang culture to be received.
Yeah, it ain't.
That's what you're saying. There is no gang culture to be received. That's gone and dissipated. What you're talking about and what I keep referring to as gang culture, you're saying is not actually a culture at all. It's just the sensationalized version and the regurgitated, chopped down, worse version of what's once was. You know what I'm saying?
Even
so we're getting just like Christianity. You ain't getting the real good Christianity. You getting a version of it from people who didn't know it themselves and teaching it to you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like gang culture. You ain't getting real gang culture. You getting it from niggas who didn't know it themselves. Your big homie, whoever your OG is, he didn't know anything.
So that's where you see my disdain come from.
I understand.
I see. Not from the gang bangers, from the niggas that didn't know nothing, that came and tricked us.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying, nigga? We took this foolishness.
If you would have really brought us gang culture, it would have helped.
It would have helped. It would have helped.
It would have helped. It would have united and bonded us.
Oh, there you go, homie.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying.
I feel you.
Yeah.
All right.
Raymond tried to bring the culture to the people.
Community resistance and progress.
Come on, homie. Larry Hoover, growth and development.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's being rejected.
Okay. I understand now.
Now, we had to spar to get there.
Of course.
But I couldn't explain that to you had we not went there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And you couldn't just let me walk off with that on the platform.
No,
I can't let you walk with that.
Homie,
you can't put that bad dope on the streets.
Well, because I hear your voice in my spirit, so I know you got a powerful voice that other people is going to receive. You have a powerful voice that I hear in my spirit when you speak. That's how you got me here. So I know the people go receive it. Our culture now is given through us through music. It shapes us. He who controls images, so we look to that music for our image. Whether that's through clothing, jewelry, we look to them because now that's the only viable culture. And that culture is the most influential culture on the face of the earth. As of now, that's why you see it in the NBA. That's why they went and got Jay-Z to come do halftime shows. That's why the Arab kids, that's why everybody's taken to this hip hop culture. It's everything now. He got Asian kids hollering, I'm nigga. He got Mexicans hollering, man, this culture.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when do we take control of that culture and redefine the image that you got me here for to talk about? Redefine that image, homie. Because now Lil Durk is bigger than Michael Jordan. Lil Baby is bigger than Jesus. NBA young boy is bigger
than the NBA.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So our children are walking around with them earbuds and them ear things in their ears, and who you think they listening to? They ain't listening to us. If we say something, they gotta say huh and take it off.
Yeah.
And when we get through talking, they back listening to them rappers, them young rappers. Kill, kill, murder, murder, die, die, kill, kill. That's all they hearing. When do they unplug? So it ain't the gang banging. So when they get through playing the game of shooting and robbing and breaking and doing whatever, the music, the behavior can only reflect what's going in here based on the conditions.
Okay. I like that, Charleston. I like that. And I definitely see what you're talking about clearly. And one thing that you did say to me that resonated is that, homie, you got to get back down south. Let's talk about back down south and how it is down south and you being from down south, and what kind of do you see as far as what's different from down south as far as when you travel to the Midwest, to the East Coast, and to the West Coast? What is the difference of down south?
I think you guys see more racism than us.
Really?
Yeah. The liberal that you see is way more racist than the conservative white person that I encounter. The white Southerner is used to dealing with us. We all grew up together. Not so up north on the coast. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We play together with white people. Growing up in schools. You guys don't grow up playing with white people. In the South, black people, because of slavery, have a different relationship with white people. and it's more compassionate from white people because they understand what slavery looked like
in the raw form,
not
the mental, real slavery.
Yeah,
we seen it.
So there's some white guilt. Mm-hmm. Just go be honest. There's some white people walking around.
There's not enough of that in the fucking Midwest.
Nah, shit. There are some white people that believe, they owe us, if nothing else, just to be kind, to volunteer in the prison system. There are some white people that believe, being good to us could and would help them get into heaven. Because at one point in time, they was mean to us. Mm-hmm. There's a disconnect in the Midwest, seem like, on the coast. As if it wasn't that bad for us. You guys should get over it by now. So there's a different mindset. There's a different...
I have that mindset.
Yeah.
I have it.
I don't. Because some of those people are still alive, like my grandmother.
Actually pick cotton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nigger on her birth certificate.
Nigger on her birth certificate?
Yeah. She 81 years old. Yeah.
Damn.
Black Wall Street just got burned down in 1921. That wasn't that long ago. My grandmother was around. So no, I mean it's some Miss Opal Lee. She just got Juneteenth, national holiday. She's 90-something years old. So yeah, them people still around, homie.
Yeah.
When they all gone, then we can, hey man, we can forget that shit, but they still around to remember and to talk about it. So no.
Well, when I say that I do, I see most black, I don't hear people that come from your grandmother's generation talking too much about complaining about slavery or crying. All the niggas that I see crying about slavery
don't have no reason to cry.
Shut your
well,
ass up,
no.
Your motherfucking ass.
We on the same level, homie.
So if I hear grandma say, man, these crackers, hey. Yeah, I just look at crackers. Yeah, you know where it's coming from? It's coming from the source of crackers.
Yeah,
but when I hear niggas talking about, man, these white folks, you're 27.
I just told you, homie.
Fuck you.
And I'm gonna say it on there. I just told you, homie. I'm 44 and ain't never seen racism. Not blatantly. You gotta look.
You ain't never been, hey, nigger.
No. Yeah, I have. I shot at some white people. But that was in the 90s, 1990. I don't want you putting your foot on my car, you greasy nigger. That ain't racism.
That's get your motherfucking foot off my car, motherfucker. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's my motherfucking car.
Well, just the word nigger ain't racism. That's a prejudiced white boy. Just like if you call a white boy Peckerwood. I ain't racist. No Peckerwood white boy. If you call say that a wetback Mexican, that ain't race. That's prejudice, right?
Right.
Racist is hateful.
Yeah.
It's an act.
Yeah, I don't hire Mexicans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's racist.
I hire Mexicans.
Yeah.
And I tell his other, shut up. Wetback. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We crack jokes.
Yeah, but I would not deny him money, and I would not deny him an opportunity at my establishment.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't rock like that.
See, that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
So I had kind white teachers. I used to go home and say, Mama, they prejudiced and don't like me. Well, that's because I was doing wrong. I done had white police officers give me warnings. I done had white police officers, man, your mother's gonna be disappointed in you, man. You're not that kind of kid. I done had white police officers hit me in the elbow. Boom, I thought I told you get your hands out your pocket, boy. You see what I'm saying? So, man, we killed the white man.
Talk about that, Charleston, about the murder of murdering of a white man and what that did to you.
Mr. Levy, Michael Levy.
Michael Levy.
Yeah, that was his name.
What happened now? Like I said,
we skipped school, man. We had skipped school that day. Went to the mall, ran out of Foot Locker with some starter jackets. You know, starter jackets were real popular back in the 90s.
I remember those.
Athletic starter jackets. In the process of us running out, white men saw what was happening. and tried to stop us. So I gave my friend the gun and told him, shoot that motherfucker. And he shot him and killed him. 1991. During that time, these 3 skinheads had just killed this black man that was sitting on the back of his car. So our crime was real big and their crime was real big. Very, very, very big in the media. That's unheard of to do, homie. I had a white judge, white prosecutor. I went into a system of white people in Texas. And it probably wasn't one of the best things that could have happened to me. You
said it was one of the best things that could have happened to you?
Yeah.
Explain that. What do you mean?
It was like going to a prestigious school. It was like being raised and growing up in a perfect household with 2 parents. During the time that I was incarcerated, we had a governor by the name of Ann Richards. And Ann Richards, she was a recovering alcoholic, alcohols and pills. So she understood programs and rehabilitation. So during that time, our state juvenile system, total focus was on rehabilitation and resocialization. There was nothing punitive about the juvenile system.
It was truly focused on the rehabilitation.
Man, when I listen to what I'm saying, nigga,
is that word even on the penal system anymore? Do they even rehabilitate?
No, hell no.
Shit.
So I'm talking about the whole focus was rehabilitation and resocialization.
That's key. Getting you back introduced into society and your community.
And learning things like some niggas don't know. It's some guys, some kids. If I'm playing with my phone, they'll say, "Hey, man, let me see that phone," and take it from you. And if you can't, and if you can't beat them up, they won't give it back to you. It's some kids you can say, "Hey, man, here you go," and they say, "Oh, man, thank you," and you get them something to eat. No, you say, "Hey, man, here you go," and they say, "Okay," and just start eating, and you gave them something to eat, and they never look up and say thank you.
Yeah.
Those are social skills.
Social skills, yeah.
Going back into society, re-entering back into society. Your boss man say, "Hey man, I need y'all to grab them balloons," and you look at them and roll your eyes at them. Man, you can't do that. Your response to your facial expressions, those are social skills. So that's where
those are indicators.
Yeah, so they was re-socializing us because some kids was taught to fight. See what I'm saying? Some nigga were raised, if you do something to them, fight, nigga, in the household.
Right.
So the rehabilitation part was key, but the re-socializing, that was reparing the child.
And that's where I'm taking it when you say that you found your jewels was probably in the re-socializing.
Well, let me just say this. We had what
because I don't think you needed to be rehabilitated you needed to be I need to be put back in the community in the proper situation where I can utilize skills that I already have. Because you didn't grow up poor.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So you had social skills. Your mother gave you a lot of these skills that...
The rehabilitation part comes from the culture I come from.
Okay.
My culture praises pimps. My culture don't look down on pimps. My uncle was a pimp. My culture idolizes gangsters. So our culture, that's what I meant by our culture, homie, supersedes what the gang is saying. Our overall culture is the hip hop culture, right? We're children. We're product of hip hop. We're not products of our environment. Because in our environment, we're listening to hip hop to drown out the pain when we're feeling good. So when my mother went to work, what we watching videos constantly, what we listening to, music constantly. Mama ain't at home. She got to go to work. When I get out of school, man, mama, I got to go to work, dinner on the stove. Y'all make sure you leave your homework out. So this is at 3:30. Mama get off at 3 a.m. When mama come home, we sleep. When I wake up for school, hey, y'all got to get up for school, baby. Mama in bed. when I get home from school, mama, so where do mama get to teach? Mama just done provided a great home. She's loving, she's nurturing, but for the most
safe
part,
nest. I got a safe nest.
But for the most part, kids in my era watch themselves. Mama and them got to go to work. Don't y'all go outside. So mama can't be home to teach. She got to go to work and provide. So it hurts the teaching at home. There's morals, there's principles. So we got morals and principles. But even with morals and principles, you'll make wrong choices and decisions. So the music is left as the teacher, right? We got Bill Cosby, he teaching. We got Fred Sanford, they teaching. Steve Earle. So we got all these different elements teaching, but the main teacher is the music form. So I needed to be rehabilitated, man. My Uncle Wayne was a pimp, man. My uncle say, man, you ain't got no business messing with no woman if you ain't got nothing for her to do.